Tom and Lily had been inseparable since they were kids, their friendship blooming into a sweet romance that led them straight to the altar. For years, they'd shared every laugh, every tear, every dream, but as the years rolled on, the once vibrant spark in their marriage seemed to fade, leaving behind a sense of monotony that hung heavy in the air. Lily was well aware of Tom's gentle nature. He was always there to lend a hand, to offer a listening ear, and his kindness knew no bounds. Yet, deep in her heart, a yearning for something more, something exciting, had started to grow. One evening, as they sat in their quiet living room, she finally voiced her feelings. "Tom," she said, her tone a mix of frustration and longing, "don't you think our life has become a bit stale? You're so kind, but sometimes I just wish there was a little more romance." Tom looked up, a surprised expression on his face. His eyes searched hers, trying to understand. "Romance," he repeated, his voice tinged with confusion. "What kind of romance are you talking about? I thought I was doing everything right." The conversation left an unspoken tension between them. Days passed, and Lily found herself thinking more and more about leaving. The thought of starting anew, of finding the passion she'd been missing, was becoming more and more appealing. When she finally told Tom of her decision, his face fell. "Why?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "I love you. I thought we had a good life together." Lily sighed, her heart heavy. "I'm tired of this routine. Tom, it feels like we're just going through the motions. I want something different, something alive." Tom was silent for a long time. Finally, he looked up, his eyes filled with a glimmer of hope. "Let's let fate decide," he said. "If it rains tonight, it means we're meant to stay together. If not, then I'll respect your decision." That night, as Lily laid in bed, she tossed and turned, her mind a whirlwind of thoughts. Just as she was starting to drift off, she heard it, the soft patter of raindrops against the window. Her eyes flew open, and she sat up in bed, her heart pounding. Could it be? Was fate really intervening? She got out of bed and walked over to the window. Sure enough, water was running down the glass, creating a blurry view of the world outside. But as she looked up at the night sky, she froze. The stars were shining brightly, twinkling in a clear, cloudless sky. How could it be raining when the sky was so clear? Curiosity getting the better of her, she put on her robe and slippers and made her way up to the rooftop. As she pushed open the door, the sight that greeted her took her breath away. There was Tom, standing in the moonlight, a large bucket in his hand. He was dipping a scoop into the bucket and pouring water over the edge of the roof, creating the illusion of rain. For a moment, Lily just stood there, frozen in place. Then something inside her shifted. All the frustration, all the longing melted away, replaced by a deep, abiding love. She walked quietly across the rooftop and wrapped her arms around Tom from behind. "You crazy man," she whispered, her voice choked with emotion. "You didn't have to do this." Tom turned around, a sheepish smile on his face. "I had to try," he said. "I don't want to lose you, Lily. You're my life." In that moment, under the star-filled sky, they realized that love wasn't always about grand gestures or wild adventures. Sometimes it was about the little things, the lengths we'd go to keep the ones we love close. And as they stood there, wrapped in each other's arms, the rain of love continued to fall, not from the sky, but from the depths of their hearts.